meets mind, we ponder, we dream.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Think Future.
Pixels and
My name's Chris Kalabukas, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking technology, philosophy, the future. Not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell so you'll be notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, please subscribe and please drop a note on Apple Podcasts. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you want to send me an email, thinkfuture@gmail.com. thinkfuture@gmail.com. What was I going to talk about today? Oh, yes. Posted something in our sister publication, AI Daily, just today, talking about fear of AI. And I've talked about the fear of AI before. And I've tried to talk about how we shouldn't fear AI because it's basically at the current state of generative AI is there really is no more than a super sophisticated autocorrect. It's a large language model, which means it's a database with huge amounts of phraseology, words, basically. Words, sentences, constructions. And then when you ask generative AI to do something, it goes back into this database and it tries to put these pieces together like Lego blocks and present you with an answer that it thinks you might want to hear. So it's really no more sophisticated than that at this point. Obviously, depending on when you're watching this video, if you're watching this video 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it may be extremely different. Hey, maybe YouTube won't even be around 20 years from now. Who knows? 2044? Where's YouTube? Maybe it no longer exists. Maybe there's something else. Maybe there's a replacement. But I digress. So on aidaily.us, our sister publication, I read a really interesting article about how maybe the reason why we're afraid of AI or we fear AI is it because it seems to represent an alien intelligence. And when I say alien, I'm not talking about like little green men or Martians or whatever. I'm talking about alien as in non-human, inhuman intelligence. And as I said, it's not really intelligent in that way. I mean, it just seems intelligent. Like I've said in previous shows, we've blown through the Turing test. It's solved the Turing test. But the Turing test is not the test for consciousness. It's just the Turing test. We haven't beaten consciousness yet. We haven't figured it out yet. So this is what I'm trying to say, is that the responses that we get from ChatGPT, the responses that we get from all of these chatbots seem like they're intelligent. It seems like it's creating some new kind of intelligence, especially when it says something that surprises us. Because that's basically what it can do sometimes. I don't know about you, but I always use lean prompts when I'm prompting ChatGPT because I want it to come up with something new and interesting in the white spaces. Because when I say lean prompts, I mean lean. Like there's hardly anything in the prompt. Instead of being really precise about describing exactly what I'm looking for, I give it an idea, a concept. Something really light, very minimalist. And then, as I give it this minimalist concept, it can use a lot of its own knowledge, or its whatever's in its databanks, to fill that in. So I purposely put in something lean, so it has to fill in the blanks by itself. That's where it seems like it's some kind of weird alien intelligence, which is inhuman. Because it does come back with responses that can be surprising, that can shock you. But if you ask me, that's where the interesting stuff is. The interesting stuff comes in with our touch point to this alien intelligence which is not human. It's able to do things that we are unable to do, which may freak some people out. But if you ask me, if we can't get it to do things that we can't do, then what's the point of building it as a tool? Period. It should be able to do more than us. It should be able to undertake superhuman feats that we are unable to produce. That is what our tools do for us. Our tools allow us to extend ourselves beyond what a simple human being can do. Think about a hammer. In the past, we used to use rocks to hammer nails or rocks to hammer things together. And now we've taken the concept of a hammer, a rock, and we've turned it into a super sophisticated tool which does this thing incredibly effectively. And this is exactly what AI should do for us. It should extend and expand what we can do as humans. And when we see it extend and expand what we can do as humans, then we know that it's really helping us out. So don't fear AI. AI is here to help us. AI is here to expand upon us. AI is the ultimate tool to expand humanity. That's it for me for today. See you next time. And until then, don't forget to think future.
Pixels and philosophies merge and mold, a future untold, unseen.